No, like, this is what I don't understand with the Giants. They give us multiple signals that they're going in multiple directions constantly. Like, the one thing I will say about the 49ers, like, the 49ers have been very singular. At the beginning, it was like, this was at the beginning. We're an upstart. Yeah. We're the 2017 Niners. We literally have not one player that you want. Okay? And then by 2019, it was like, we need to try to make the playoffs. All right? And ever since then, it has been, not only are we trying to win a Super Bowl, anything short of that is pretty much a failure, right? And I respect it. Now, do I understand that not every organization can have that mindset every year? Absolutely. I'm not unreasonable, right? The Warriors, for the longest time, it is finals victory or failure. Yeah. And then I think the last couple of years, it's like, maybe we should adjust a little. And that has been its own difficulty. And I think that they're kind of stuck in a, not that they don't know what they want to be. They want to be competitive and they want to fight for championships. It's just, how do we go about getting there has been the conversation. The Giants, I just don't understand like what their exact MO is. So, for example, yesterday they trade Soler, and all these different people are they're getting information from the organization. Let's just call it what it is, right?
Oh, yeah. Some people are getting used as mouthpieces.
And it's like,
the Giants are good at controlling the media.
Do you really think that the Baltimore, for example, the Baltimore GM is sitting there like, oh my God, Giant beat writer X says that Snell's off the table. Well, we need to give him a deal because if they're not interested in our deal, like, that's not how it works. I just wish, and I know that you can't be 1,000% transparent, but could you just, like, what are you doing? Where are we going?
Well,
what's going on?
A great salesman to tell you that a negotiation starts with a no. That's when the negotiation starts, when somebody tells you no.
Well, I know this.
So you think Brian Cashman's going to stop just because of reports out there that Farhan's not going to sell? They're still going to call him. By the way, Hard Knocks comes out today, and I can't wait to see it because, we got a preview of what this episode could be, and it's the Jets in the war room.
Yes.
Calling the Giants, saying, are you sure you're going to make your pick? And the lines never die. Up until 3 o'clock today, the Giants' phones will be ringing. Now, do you trust Farhan to sell the right way? Because there's a lot of people mad, like my boy Israel, who's got to relax on the Twitter because, he works with the Giants, but he's like pissed off because they got the 17th overall prospect in the Brave system. I was like, well, what do you expect to get from Soler and Luke Jackson? We're lucky we got that. You know what I'm saying? And I did look up the prospect to see what he looks like. And I'm just like,
did you see the comp?
Oh, yeah, Matt Duffy. I sent it to the thread. They said it could be Matt Duffy.
Could be. Hey, if he has a 10-year Major League Baseball career, that's a great trade.
Wow, Matt Duffy.
Matt Duffy has had a 10-year career.
I mean, great.
No, but like I'm
I need
just
to see
saying,
what this guy's cat looks like first before getting to Matt Duffy.
Look, I think only 20% of first-round picks make it to the bigs. I could be wrong, but I think only 20% of first-round picks make it to the bigs. So if any of your late guys end up making it to the bigs, that's a great trade. But like the problem is that you gave up someone who was one of your better players. Like, as bad as Soler's been this year, he is still one. So, like,
which is sad. Which is an indictment on the Giants.
Well, I agree.
He's one of your better players.
I mean,
but he's
am I wrong?
241.
Am I wrong?
He's had to bat 275 over the last month just to raise his average to 241. It's just incredible.
But he's still better than Yaz. He's still better than Conforto.
But he should be better than Yaz.
And he's better than, I think he's better than
He should be better than Yaz. He's getting paid to be better than Yaz.
No, I agree. But like, but how can you say that to me, we're still trying to compete and you're going to get rid of this guy? So to me, this is waving the white flag. Whether people want to admit it or not, like, that's what they're doing.
Well, what if they don't make a trade? What if they don't end up making a trade?
Well, this goes back to now you don't understand how to control your own assets.
Right.
Now you don't know how to maximize your return.
Well, what if you don't make another trade? What if the Giants do stand pat and they believe that, hey, we have enough, despite giving up Jorge Soler, to compete for a playoff spot? Like, what if Marco Luciano comes in? They think Marco Luciano's going to just pick up where Soler left off.
What position is Marco?
I have no idea. That's why I would flip him.
So
I would flip him to try to get somebody.
Well, I'd be listening on the right deal. I'd be definitely listening.
This is my thought process here today. If you get to noon, up until noon, if I'm Farhan, and I'm not Farhan, I'm not even close to being Farhan. He's got a lot of money in the bank. He's really good at fantasy football. I'm not. Farhan Zaidi. Up until noon, I would call teams and say, okay, Lamont Wade Jr., Flores Conforto, Luciano, Wisenhunt, they all can go. Yes, everything.
Here's our 19th best prospect.
Here's our 19th best prospect. Here's some major leaguers. Hey, Toronto, can I give I would start there. I would try to go get some big boys. I would call the White Sox and say, "You sure you want to keep Luis Robert?
Can I ask this question?
You lost 15 straight games. You're 27-82. How's that announcer doing, by the way? The play-by-play announcer for the White Sox. He must be struggling right now during this 15. You know who I'm
That was
talking
the
about?
highlight of the season.
I mean, dude, talking about the Milwaukee Brewers. You don't want to mess with us, by the way. Tommy Pham back in St. Louis, where it all started for him. He's now in a pennant race.
I mean, Fonte, the Giants don't have the ammunition to go get Vladdy, nor do I see Toronto being aggressively looking to move him. I can't wrap my head around why wouldn't Toronto want to keep him?
Because they have no chance of re-signing him when it's all said and done in the future. You want to talk about a team without a direction?
Well,
I mean,
they missed their window.
They missed their window
and
big
I feel
time.
like the AL East has always been very, very deep, and it's very difficult.
You know, the Yankees are going to always be in the mix.
Yeah.
And people thought the Red Sox was going to be out of the Red Sox are sneaky good.
Actually, I think they're a team that I'd be looking. Well, I know the Pirates traded with them.
They might buy.
They did. They already got a pitcher.
Yeah, well, they might buy again.
I know.
You know, they just re-signed their manager, Alex Cora. They gave him an extension the other day. So, I don't know what the plan is. Maybe Nick and Berkeley knows what the plan is. It's been a while since we heard from Nick and Berkeley. You got a plan with the Giants?
Yeah, man, we need to all go to the games and boo like the movie Major League and just rip the players because that's all we got left. There's a bunch of cats we don't even know. So what's our loyalty to, man? We heard just, Fonte, me and you banned them for one season a couple years ago. We weren't even on the baseball team. We were sticking with the Warriors and Niners, man.
You're
it was so pathetic. And then they promised they was going to get some picks. And we all were like, we keep biting into this thing from Farhan. The dude is a numbers cruncher. He just wants to hang around 500, man, and keep the books tidy for the owner. The owner don't want to win. It's obvious. And Shasky, if you own a professional team one day, brother, the only thing that your mission in life is to win a world title every single season. You got to hire with the right people. You got to bounce money around. It's a task, and you got to hope people don't get injured. But it's like, man, dude, it's not that hard. Bochy went down to Texas and won the whole thing, but we ran him out of town because Farhan didn't like him. Farhan is a womp womp womp. He's a truck, bro. He's an idiot. I don't care what anybody says. He doesn't know how to set a winning team. He might be that third, fourth scout in the back pointing out a couple players that could put up potential numbers, but he doesn't know how to put a winning team together. Not any sense of the word. You know what I mean? So
what are they going to do, Nick? Are they going to sell? Are they going to buy? What do you want? What do you want this team to do?
I would like them to. I mean, other players come to our park and hit bombs into the stands. Why are we not going after young players? My boy's son is in Double-A for the Pirates, big banger lefty. Why haven't we gone after him? I don't know. They're like, well, who are they looking at? Is the point? Like, you know what I mean? It's like now. I agree with you, Bonte. Man, dumpster fire, sell it all. Get rid of all anybody making over 500,000. Bye bye. If that's the case, and we'll start all over. Bring up a bunch of rookies. Why not?
Just sell and just fire everybody.
If you need a leadoff batter, go to your minor league system and find the fastest guy on both teams. I don't even care if it's a pitcher. If you got a super fast guy, let him bat leadoff and make him bunt or do something, man. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Well, so like, here's the interesting
Give me
thing.
some Billy Ball. I need some Billy Ball.
Here's the interesting thing. Like this whole rhetoric that Luciano's going to come up and play DH, but they're going to platoon him at DH with Conforto and Wilmer. That was what it was suggested by some of the beat writers. So like, I don't know how you view DH, but this is how I view DH. Okay. Either you have a guy like David Ortiz who is penciled in there every single day and is so prolific with the bat that it doesn't matter if he plays defense, okay? Most teams can't find that guy. The other way I view DH is, okay, I've got a plethora of guys who could be my DH, and based off of rest and situation and who's pitching and who's not pitching and who we're going up against, I'm going to mix and match who's my DH on any given day, right? Like, that's how I view it. But I don't just throw a 22-year-old who's got great legs and say, you're my DH. I don't understand. Like, they're already waving the white flag as a defensive player on him.
At 7:20, we're going to pivot to Brock Purdy because this is making me sleepy just thinking about it. First, you're going to bring up a young kid and say, we're going to platoon you. A kid who needs to play every day and get every day at bats, let's bring him up to play on part-time. You might as well keep his ass in Sacramento and let him play every day and figure out a position or trade him. Or trade him.
What position was he playing in Sacramento?
You know what I'm saying?
I know he got some starts at second.
Yeah, love it. What was going on with Luciano's sack? Do you know? Anyway, he's locked in. No, seriously. I just... Well, yeah, what position was Luciano in the minors? Did he play all second base or...
They were having him, shortstop, and they moved him to second base because they wanted to get him some extra reps there to see if he can play that position.
It does feel like Wisely's spot is on the, at least for the right now.
Every spot. Who has a solidified roster spot other than Patrick Bailey, Matt Chapman, Heliot Ramos, and I guess you got to go Tyler Fitzgerald.
For now, yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
Like, I would flip Lamont Wade Jr. right now. What is the fascination?
Be careful. The Lamont Wade Jr. stands are out there.
Giants, the lunatic fringe was out in full force yesterday.
Why do you say that?
Oh, they trust me. I read the comments. People were just angry.
What were they angry about?
I don't know. Maybe because I was tweeting.
Were they angry that they sold or angry that they didn't get enough?
I feel like some people have alerts in mind. Maybe I'm looking too deeply into it. But I could send a little tweet out and somebody's going to be, F you, you stink, you like it is the lunatic fringe. I actually got a kick last night are the nights that I live for on Twitter.
Why is that?
Because it's just the pendulum swings left to right to everybody. Like I went on a rant yesterday about Biden, and people don't even get it. You idiot! You were saying sell last week and how stale they are. Yes. That's why I want them to buy. I'm tired of watching stale baseball. Don't you get it, you dodos? I'm tired of watching this crap for the last 3 years. Jesus Christ, you guys go crazy about the Warriors not making the playoffs. At least they hung 4 banners in the last decade. The Niners have been knocking on the doorstep. At least they played in January and February. This team is done by August.
Always.
I'm tired of watching it, for crying out loud. So pick a lane, Giants. Pick a lane, Farhan, because let me tell you something. And this, again, I did my own investigating yesterday, and if you want to believe me or not, I believe I'm credible. I trust my sources. They don't make the playoffs, he's gone anyway. So you know what, Farhan? Do something. Wake up, buddy. Wake up. You know, like the little meme with the stick in the rock, like you're trying to, just poke at the guy, like, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Do something.
Well, that's why I actually think that
This started getting frustrated with this guy.
This is just my read on it.
Now I'm thinking about it. We're talking through this for the last 2 days, Jessica. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
But he's really killed the soul and the life of baseball in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And you make a move like last night. I was like, wait a minute.
That for a
we
couple
just
years.
traded a guy after 4 months, and the guy's having his best stretch of the season, and you flip him for the 17th best prospect in Atlanta. Not get the money part. But I'm looking at the way the rest of the nation responds, and everybody from New York to Atlanta to Miami to Ohio, everybody's like, wow, the Braves got Solera back. And they already instantly think it's a good move for the Braves. I'm like, damn, did we just get pimped?
Well, I mean, we're closer to the Carolina Panthers in the CMC deal than we are the Niners.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
But I think that speaks volumes. But
it does speak volumes. Sorry, I had to go out there, right? It's just you hear Nick and Berkeley, and you just look at all the beat writers tweeting about this stuff, and I'm getting a headache from it, just thinking, we don't even have a damn direction. Midway through the year, 6 years in with Farhan Zaidi, and we still don't have a direction, man. And people wanted to advocate for this guy and write deep pieces on how media members went down to the industry's oppressor to be opportunists and pile off Farhan. Imagine caping for Farhan after last season. And then 4 months into this year, you're still caping for Farhan Zaidi. I mean, good Lord.
Well, I mean, just because you cover the game for the last 10 years or 15 years doesn't mean you know the game. And I've said that a long time.
Hey, here goes the little Giants fan. And they won 3 in the last 15 years. Stop it with the World Series championships.
They haven't won any since 2014. It's 2024. They have a 10-year drought. They've been to the playoffs twice in 10 years when everyone makes... The Marlins have made the playoffs the same amount of times as the Giants in the last 10 years. Say that sentence out loud.
Wow.
The Marlins. The Marlins. The Marlins. Okay? So my point being is that I truly believe, and I can't believe that some of these beat writers can't figure it out. The mandate came from the ownership. We're going to get under the CBT. To sell Snell, we gave him a horrific guaranteed contract in 2026 for $17 million. I think this is the first of a variety of moves to dump a bunch of money and get pennies on the dollar in terms of prospects so that the one big move that you can actually make, the Snell one, is the one where you're going to actually eat some of the money. I think that that's coming down the pike today. That's my read on it. And if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Well, if you sell Snell, sell Ray, sell Wade, sell everybody. If you're going to bottom out with the best of them. Sell everybody. If that's the direction they go in,
I think you have to staple Doval because he's got team control for 3 years, and he's a guy everyone's looking for right-handed power pitchers out of the bullpen. I think he fits a lot of teams. I think Tyler Rogers fits a lot of teams. I think Taylor Rogers fits a lot of teams. Heck, I'd even listen on Ryan Walker.
Listen, pick a lane. If you're going to bottom out, bottom out. If you're going to bottom out, bottom out. That means sell everybody. Sell everybody. And you know what? When you do that, when that's all done, if the Giants decide to sell everybody, then in 2 days, you might as well get a head start on this. Get Farhan his pink slip by the end of the week.
Well, I mean
that honest to God.
Why honest to God, I would do it so that I could get out on the search and hire someone now.
Get ahead of it,
yeah,
and go find somebody to fix this organization. Because if you do sell after the pay runs you had for most of the season and all the moves you tried to make. And all the blah, blah, blah you try to sell to fans. You know what? If you do sell and you rip this thing down to the studs.
Oh, no.
What?
I got the worst. The Giants are the Jeff Fisher Rams.
Oh, my gosh.
Holy moly.
That is.
Is that the worst place to be in sports? The Jeff Fisher Rams?
7-9? They're not even that. They're not even that. At least they had some exciting players on those teams.
Todd Gurley?
They had some, Todd Gurley, Aaron Donald. They had some ballers. Trey Mason for a second before he lost his cool.
We've got Elliot Ramos, though.
Oh, gosh. By the way, Bobby Witt Jr. batting .575 since the All-Star break.
Oh, my God. I guess the home run derby didn't ruin his swing.
No, it didn't. The guy is unbelievable. Can we get a player like that?
Can I ask you a question?
I would like a player like that.
You're a big baseball fan. If I made you pick Gunnar, Bobby Witt, or one of the Cruzes, who's the guy that you would make your shortstop for the next 10 years?
It's either Bobby or Gunnar.
Because O'Neal Cruz had a rip down the line yesterday. I was like, oh my God.
I had a soft spot for Bobby Witt Jr. He led me to my first ever fantasy baseball championship as a rookie. My draft pick. You know what I'm saying?
It makes me laugh when you say that.
No, I know. I literally, you get on the phone, you're like, okay, he's coming up. Let me get the at-bat. And he got it off cold. It is, it's like, damn. He's got 20 jacks. He's got 30 bombs.
Yeah, Gunner's got 35 homers.
I know. I had Gunner too.
Ridiculous.
Gunner's ridiculous. So I take Bobby, you take Gunner. You take Bobby, I take Gunner. It doesn't matter to me. Those both, but can I get a player like that for once? If you're going to rip it down to the suds, if you're going to sell, and the trade deadline's in 7 hours, 49 minutes, and 20, 19, 18, 17 seconds. If you're going to sell everything. If you're going to buy, then go do something. Then go do something.
If you were going to buy, why would you sell Soler?
I mean, I don't know. Well, some beat writers think that they understand Farhan. Oh, this is Farhan. Huh. One of his big moves is undoing one of his bad moves.
You ever seen Austin Powers when he gets stuck in the little
Oh yeah, and he's trying to turn the little cart.
That is Farhan trying to navigate the direction of the Giants. He's stuck in the little tiny hallway, and he doesn't know whether he's going to go left or right because he's literally stuck. He's stuck.
My gosh.
The Austin Powers. That is where the Giants are at. They've been stuck in neutral. Not even neutral. They keep ramming into the hall.
Marco Luciano. I'm just looking at his.